Today is an important day for us. We have big dreams of being the star for our local club and school teams, competing against other good players at college, or even stepping up to the professional level. The issue is that it's actually really hard to achieve these goals without direction or a plan, since we've never done it before. And that's what I'm here for. I'm going to give you the complete picture, giving you a step-by-step guide that you can use to help achieve your goals in 2025. Welcome back to the channel, or just welcome if you're new. Who you are today is the product of who you've been over the last few weeks, months, and even years. You can see this reflected in several areas of your life, like your grades at school or the closeness of your relationships with your friends and family. But most importantly for us, it's about our performances on the pitch. The player you are today is the result of all the work you've put into training, your diet, and habits over the last year, good or bad. If you're struggling at your current league or team, it's because you aren't doing enough work or good enough quality work in these areas. But if you're crushing it at your league, it's because you're doing excellent in these areas in comparison to those around you. This doesn't mean to be complacent though, because you don't just want to be the best player on your team. You want to be the best in your town, country, or even the world. But those guys have been training hard, doing high quality drills, and playing with other high quality players too. They've had fantastic diets and nutritional habits, and maintained this level for a long time. So even if you're crushing it now, we still need to raise our levels. But me just saying that it needs to be better and that we need to do more isn't helpful. How much do we need to improve? How do we actually do that? How much more do we need to do to get to that level? We can't effectively answer these questions without knowing where we want to go. So grab a piece of paper and pen, or leave your answers in the comments below, and let's get to work. First things first, write what your number one dream goal in your playing career is. Maybe it's to play at college. Maybe it's to play for your favorite professional team or even play for your national team. It does not have to be, quote, realistic. This gives us a vision and a target to work for every single day. It's there to help inspire you and motivate you when you're not feeling up for doing all the hard work. Without having that goal though, it's like you're running a race and there's no finish line at all. So that's step one down. In order for us to make sure that 2025 is a successful year for us, we need to define what a successful year would look like for us in relation to progress towards our dream. Write down 3 to 5 goals for you to achieve in all of 2025, but no more than 5 goals. Any more than that, and you'll lose focus on those other goals. These goals need to be the most important things for you to achieve to take the next step towards your dreams. So for me, the first thing I need to do is make a full recovery from my surgery and get my athleticism back to at least where it was before the injury. In the past, I've kept a record of my max speed, agility tests, vertical, and other similar metrics. For me to check off this goal, I need to be within 3% of my previous records by the end of 2025. My second goal is to dominate at the semi-professional level when I get back from my injury. For me to check off this goal, I need to be team of the week in my conference 3 times in the fall season, as well as getting a spot on the team of the season. So I'm only going to focus on those 2 goals, mainly because that first goal has so many different targets and metrics within itself. So it's like several goals wrapped up into one. Now it's important to note that these goals are crucial for me to achieve within the year 2025. Your goals should look different and be specific to you and your situation. Now earlier I said, without your dream goal, it's like you're running a race without a finish line. So congratulations, you have a finish line. But without doing this step, you're running your race with your eyes closed. You're still running the race, but you have no idea where you're actually going. And if you're getting value from the video, please leave a like or leave a comment. It's free and it helps me out, so thank you. Now the final part of the goal setting process serves as road signs or travel markers. There are little checkpoints that ensure that you're on the right track. For this, we're breaking the year into 4 periods. The first period is from January 1st to April 9th. The second period is from April 10th to July 19th. The third period is July 20th to October 27th. And then the last period is October 28th to December 31st. What you'll notice is that the first 3 periods are all 100 days long. Here's why. These periods aren't so short like every week where you're just constantly evaluating yourself and it's really hard to see progression. 100 days is a long enough period of time for you to really gauge progress, since it's a little over 3 months. It's also not too long though, so that way you can make corrections or changes to your daily habits if you've been slacking off or if you're just not on the correct trajectory for reaching your goals for the year. Now the last period is a little bit shorter, and it's designed that way because you're less focused on taking big steps and progression. You're evaluating yourself in this period. You're already close to checking off most of your goals, so you're just trying to get that last little bit and then start planning on how to keep improving moving forward. So I won't give you examples from me specifically, since I'm injured for 9 months and it probably isn't similar to your goals. Let's say that your 2025 goals are to become top goal scorer for your league, become a faster player by 2 kilometers per hour, and improve your foundational technical skills like dribbling and passing. So for that first 100 days, your goals are to score 6 goals in your first 10 games and beat your original top record speed 3 times. For your passing, set up a goal 30 yards away. At the start of the year, count how many passes it takes for you to get 10 successful passes into the goal. Then at each period, retest and see how many passes it takes you now. For dribbling, have someone time you racing through a cone weave and try to beat your record. Now I won't go through each specific period in this example for you, but I did finish the hypothetical example on screen so you can see how it progresses each period. So that's part 1. We have a finish line for our race, we got signs correcting us on the path, and our eyes are open. Now part 2 is about each step. It's time to come up with your training plan. Hopefully your goals are challenging to achieve. Obtainable, yes, but hard enough that you're really gonna have to work hard to achieve those goals in the next year. So you need to make sure that you're training as efficiently as possible. To do this, we need to know how much time we actually have. So fill out this weekly calendar on a piece of paper. Obviously it varies a bit week by week, but this is your typical week with school, team training, work, homework, all that stuff. This allows you to see the chunks of time that you have open so that you can use that time for training. Find at least 1 hour, 6 days a week for individual training. Add in 2 30 to 45 minute blocks for lifting, and then 1.5 hours of studying film in there too. This film doesn't have to be of you playing, it can also be analyzing how professional footballers play who also play in your position. Now you have a good framework to use and plan out your weeks in advance, so you're getting the most out of your sessions possible. If you need help planning your individual training sessions, then watch this video after we're done here. It gives you the 5 key steps to designing top-level training sessions on your own. Now, part 3 is a challenge I have for you. Since you've planned out your weeks in advance, you actually already have what you need to do every single day to be working for and progressing towards your goals. I want you to attack every single day this year as a game. Before your day started today, you wrote down that you need to get an hour and a half of individual training in, complete a 30-minute workout in the weight room, and study 30 minutes of film on top of all your other responsibilities outside of the game. If you've done all of those things, then check off your day as a win. If you fail to do any one of them, then you lost that day. My challenge for you, it is to win at least 300 of the 365 days this year. You can scratch off some of them since this video came out after the year has already started, but you need to win at least 82% of the days you have left this year. You don't need to be perfect. If you got an 82% on a test in school, that's a decent score. But if you stack up all these wins on a regular basis, you will achieve most of the goals you set out for yourself at the start of the year, and you will win the year. Remember, who you are at the end of the year is a reflection of who you've been every single day before that. Starting today, work hard so that way you take a look back on your year with fondness, not with regret. If you'd like to support me, then consider becoming a channel member. I have big plans for content I want to create for you, and that helps me make it possible. Thanks for watching.